Dear students, good morning. In this class, I am going to take the first lesson. The name of the first lesson is set language. So, in this chapter, we must know that what is the meaning of set. Set is the collection of well-defined object. What is the meaning of well-defined object? So, for example, set about students in 9D class. So, set about students in 9D class, that means we can collect all the students one by one. That is the set about students in 9D class. So, sometimes some set they may define set of all beautiful girls in 9D class. So, in this way we are not able to separate beautiful girl in 9D class. The reason we are not able to find out the beautiful and non-beautiful girl. So, this is the example for not a well defined. So, one more example for well defined. The set of all students, they are having a ring in his finger or in her finger. It is also a well defined. Or students, they are scoring more than 90 marks in mathematics. So, that also we can separate from the 9D class. So, the well defined in the meaning, in this way we can separate the elements clearly. If it is not well defined, we are not able to find out the elements properly. So, this is the difference between well defined and not well defined. So, I can give one more example. Set of all students, set A is equal to set of all elements in English letter or English language. So, we know that 26 alphabet. Set of all elements are set of all alphabet. So, 26 elements. So, A, B, C, D up to Z. This is a well defined object. So, set is the collection of well defined object. Then second, we are going to discuss about various method of set representation. So, three type of set representation. So, we can represent the set in three method. One descriptive method, the another one is ruler method, then third method is tabular method or roster method. So, we are going to discuss about the each methods. So, descriptive method means, so in this method they are represent the elements by using some sentence or some letters. Like this way they will represent the set. So, that's why it is called descriptive method. Then another one, ruler method. So, ruler method means, so they will give some condition about the element of the set. They will give some condition about the element of the set. That's why it is called a ruler method. Then tabular method or roster method. Tabular method and roster method. In this method, we will write the elements one by one by using the comma. So, such a method is called tabular method or roster method. So, we know that three methods, they are descriptive method, then ruler method and roster method or tabular method. So I can give some example. So for a descriptive method I can give an example. For descriptive method, students, set of all students they are studying 9D class. So by this sentence we can understand what are the students they are studying 9D class. We can easily find out the element of the students. So in this method we are using some sentence, that's why it is called a descriptive form. Then second, this is the first form. Then another second form, ruler form. So ruler form, we can represent the elements by giving some conditions. So for example, set A is equal to x element of n such that 0 less than x less than or equal to 5. So here they are giving some conditions. So x should be element of natural number, then x in between 0 to 5. That means greater than 0 and less than or equal to 5. So we are easily understand the elements, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this method is called a ruler method. The reason they are giving the elements by using some condition. What is the condition? X is the element, that elements in natural number, so that elements in between 0 to 5. That means greater than 0 and less than or equal to 5. We can easily identify the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why this method is called a ruler method. Then the last method, roster method or tabular form. Or tabular method. So in this method we can write the elements inside the set by one by using comma. So for example, set A is equal to is a ruler form. In this ruler form, what are the elements inside the set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you are writing like this way, this method is called a tabular method or roster method. So in this class, so I was explained set, then various methods of set representation, then type of set. Next I am going to take the class for type of sets. So here the type of sets: universal set, empty set, singleton set, finite set, infinite set, cardinal number, then equal set, equivalent set, then intersection of two sets, then union of two sets. These are very easy things. You can easily understand the things. So you should listen carefully. So universal set means in this set contain all the elements. If you are taking one school, St. Aloysius Higher Secondary School, the students they are studying St. Aloysius School, that means that represent all the students. So that's why this set is called a universal set. Then empty set. You know the word meaning of empty. So what is the meaning of empty? In the empty set, for example, empty pocket. So empty pocket, what is the meaning? Inside the pocket, nothing. So empty set means inside the set there is no elements. Inside a set there is no element. That set is called a empty set. Then finite set. A set contains finite number of elements or countable number of elements. That set is called a finite set. So we can able to count the elements in this set. That set is called a finite set or countable set. Then infinite set. Infinite set in the sense, in this set we are not able to count the elements. That's why that set is called a infinite set. We are unable to count the number of elements in the set. I can give you some examples later. Then cardinal number. So cardinal number means the number of elements inside the set. So it represents the number of elements. Suppose a set A is contain 3 elements, then cardinal of A or n of A is equal to 3. Suppose 9D class, there are 13 students are studying, then cardinal set of 9D is equal to 13. So that means the number of elements in that set is called a cardinal number. Then now I am going to take the class, take the topic about the equal set. You know the word meaning of equal. What's the meaning of equal? Equal means two sets contain same number of elements and same elements are same. If two sets are having equal elements, that set is called a equal set. So that means number of elements also equal, then it is having same element also. So that set is called the equal set. Then equivalent set. The word equal means only the cardinal number is equal. In two set is called a equivalent set. The two sets contain equal number of elements, but the elements are different, but the number of elements, if the number of elements is equal, then the two sets are called a equivalent set. Then next we are going to find out the intersection of two sets, and also we are going to find union of two sets. So intersection of two set means if A intersection B, that means the common element in between set A and B. So intersection of two set means set of all common elements set A and B is called a intersection of set A and B. The union of two set means collection of elements A and B is called A union B. Collection of set A and B, collection of elements in set A and B is called set A union B. So now we understand something. So if I give some example for the each set, you can easily understand. So universal set. So first of all we must know that the set symbol. Set symbol is, this is a set symbol. This is a set bracket. This is a set bracket. Then universal set, that symbol is U, capital U. U for universal set, or sigma also represent the universal set. Then empty set. Empty set, the simply we can write the set symbol. Inside the bracket there is no elements. So such a symbol is called empty set. Or we can represent pi. This is the pi. Pi also represent for empty set. So now you know that symbol for the set A, then symbol for the universal set, then symbol for the empty set. We are clearly about the set symbols. The next, singleton set. Singleton means, you know the meaning of single. Single means a set contain only one element. That set is called a singleton set. Then finite set means, already I explained clearly, a set contain finite number of elements or countable number of elements or countable elements. That set is called a finite set. For example, set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. 10. So this is also a countable set. So n of A is equal to 10. This set the cardinal number of set A is equal to 10. So that set A is having 10 elements. So that's why this set is called a countable set or finite set. Then another set B is equal to set of all integers. Set of all integers. So in this set we are not able to count. We don't know the last element of last number of the integer. We don't know the last number of the integer. So that's why this set is called a infinite set. we are not able to find out the cardinal number for the set B. So if we are writing the cardinal number of B, it is infinite. Infinite means infinite. முடியாம முடி வராது, முற்று பெறாது, கவுண்ட் பண்ண அதில் உள்ள எலிமெண்ட்ஸை கவுண்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. So that's why it is called a infinite set. So you are very clearly about the finite set and infinite set. Also you know that cardinal number. So what is the meaning of cardinal number? A set, if they are giving some set to find the cardinal number, that means you have to find the number of element in this in that set. That is called a cardinal number. Then equal set. Equal set means if you compare with the two sets A and B, if the A set and B set the same element, the two sets are called equal set. That we can represent A equal to B. A equal to B. A and B the same elements is having. That's why these two sets are called equal set. Then equivalent set means if two sets having equal number of elements or cardinal number is same, that two sets are called cardinal equivalent set. Then next we are going to set operation, union and intersection. Union means for the union they are using the symbol U. For intersection they are using like this symbol. So union of two set means if set A is given and B is given, then you have to find out the union of two sets. The set language is very easy chapter, so you have to study clearly and you have to try to score high marks in this chapter. It's very easy. So next we are going to study about the union and intersection. So first of all we are going to study about the union of two sets. Suppose set A is given 1, 2, 3, then B is equal to 2, 3, 5. Then A union B, very easy. We have to write all the elements. If you are writing all the elements, you don't write the elements repeatedly. So 1, 2, 3, 5. The union of A union B. You can easily understand it. Similarly, A intersection B means 1, 2, 3 intersection B 2, 3, 5. So you have to write the common elements. What are the common elements? 2 and 3. So this is the intersection of two sets. So very easy things. So they are giving, sometimes they will give the two sets or three sets, then they will ask find out the intersection of the two sets. Sometimes they will ask to find out the union of two sets. You can easily find out the answer. So here I will stop the lesson here. So then you have to go to your textbook and you read the textbook. Then you can easily understand the things. So one more thing I will explain. Suppose that A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 5. So we can write 1 element of set A, 2 element of set 3, 4 not element of set A. 2 is element of set A, then 4 is not element of set A. So 5 is element of A. So these are things. A 1 element of A, that means 1 A உள்ள உறுப்பு, 2 A உள்ள உறுப்பு, 4 A உள்ள உறுப்பு இல்ல, 5 A உள்ள உறுப்பு. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணி எழுதுறது தான் அதனுடைய பொருள். ஸோ 1 எலிமெண்ட் ஆஃப் ஏன்னா 1 ஏல இருக்குது, அதுதான் அர்த்தம். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ஈஸியான விஷயங்கள் தான், உங்களுக்கு ஈஸியாக புரியக்கூடிய விஷயங்கள். அதை வந்துட்டு தெளிவாக நீங்கள் புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு நீங்கள் இந்த பாடங்களை படிக்கணும். இதில் ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தால் நீங்கள் என்கிட்ட வந்துட்டு டு ஆஸ்க் மை பர்சனல் நம்பர், ஐ வில் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் ஒன்ஸ் அகைன். யூ கேன் ஆஸ்க் எனி டைம், யூ கேன் ஆஸ்க். Let us send the message to the WhatsApp to my personal number. Thank you.